Type Soul update log got released. I know none of y'all want to read that. It's like 6 pages. I'm gonna just break it down quickly as possible. Well, kind of quickly. Quicker than reading it, I guess. Important points. So let's just get right into it. Uh, it's going to be split into 5 parts: general info, 1 for each race. We'll start with general info now. So, Hell, it's getting released. You have live system. If you die in Hell to another player, in a place you have a soul wisp that you'll be able to see on your character, you'll lose a life. You can only lose it to dying to a player. If you kill a mob, you get it back. You'll probably have 2 to 3 lives if I had to guess. And so just don't die to players. If you do die to a player, kill a mob. The true Bankai Sklaverai Shogun quest resets every time you reroll. You have to do stage 3 and then the whole true quest again, so don't do that. Unless the quest isn't that annoying to do, in your opinion. Highway to Hell, you have to avoid the cleaner. That's the purple thing from the Dawn guy if you watch Bleach. Find some crystals and then fight a boss. Simple. Simple. Ring 1, it's essentially old type soul where you would be doing raids to get stuff, but now there is the aspect of your slot can get locked, not wiped, my bad. The raids are King of the Hill, it's Fragment, it's where Arrancars are going to defend, SRs and Quincy's are going to attack, and then after that it's going to drop something and it acts like Capture the Flag for the Quincy's and Soul Reapers. There's King's Gambit, where one person is being hunted down. If they survive for a certain amount of time, someone else is chosen. So just survive, don't die. I know that sounds simple, but like, things happen. Everything else about Hell is like pretty cryptic, so not really gonna go into that. Crafting works like Minecraft. You can make items, skills, which sounds like it could be crazy, and relics for like quests or other specific things. New game modes. You got culling games. If you see any videos on it, it's massive team fights. You gotta kill. It is Arrancars versus Quincy's versus Soul Reapers, maybe Fullbringers after some point. It's a massive team fight. Every time you kill someone, you get a point. You can spend the points for things such as shuffling everyone on the map, and then whoever has the most points at the end wins. Soul Wars, pre-made skill sets. Currently, the game mode that we've seen is like Valorant, and then it said something about a Conquest game mode. I don't know if that's in Soul Wars or like just a general thing, but Conquest, like every game does a Conquest differently for some reason. So, Battle Royale is going to start rotating items. It's going to have a Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is going to have rewards from Ranked and Soul Wars, and then different rewards from culling games and Battle Royale. A whole skill tree is getting reworked with Medic. It is seemingly now a combination between Law from One Piece and then Pain from Naruto. So that seems like it's going to be more fun to play, because Medic beforehand was just like, it was 2 attacking moves, and then Ryatsu push, I guess. Vows, you take a nerf in exchange for a buff. Vow of Potential, you're going to start weaker, but you're going to ramp up as your fight goes on. Vow of Fist, Haka only, it's basically 8 gates, but you lose your sub mode, like Visor or Let's. Vow of Luck, you turn to Hikari. After dealing like a certain amount of damage, you'll either lose Ryatsu, or if you hit Jackpot, you're going to deal 5% more damage for a little bit. If you hit 3 jackpots in a row, you get infinite Ryatsu. Vow of Luck's probably going to be pretty good. Vow of Sacrifice, you lose your sub mode. When you land certain attacks, you're going to spawn a clone that's going to do a different attack. So for example, if you hit Spine Rend, your clone is going to do Death Flare. If you hit Vertical Down, your clone is going to do Split Gate. If you do Spectre Step, your clone is going to do Flash Cut. All of the vows seem like they're pretty good, but there are definitely ones that are going to be crazy once we can actually see what they can do. 3 new bosses. Yoruichi, you know who Yoruichi is. Virgil, I hope you know who Virgil is. He's the guy from Devil May Cry. And then Bamboo Hatted Min, which I'm assuming is just Bamboo Hatted Kim from Project Moon. He was in the library. He was a boss in Limbus. Whatever. If you beat Virgil, you can get Devil Trigger, which will replace your sub mode and upgrade Yamato. Soul Reapers, they're going to get Judgment Cut. Arrancars are going to get Judgment Cut End. And then Quincy's are going to get, they just said auto-tracking swords. I'm assuming it's either going to be like the Crown or the blistering swords, like the ones you see in Marvel vs. Capcom. Legendary and mythical clans will either have passives or abilities binded to H. I'll talk more about those in the like specific section for each race. True modes have clashing. Item pools have been reworked. Boss raids won't give rerolls or hog frags now, which is unfortunate. Ultra skills and essences take up the same slot, so you can't have Orlando Furioso and have Horizon Essence. Also, all the ultra skills kind of got nerfed across the board damage-wise, so you're definitely there's seemingly no reason not to just use an essence. And then it also said ultra skills in your inventory were removed. Maybe it'll be given back in like item form, but I'm assuming not. Guilds are being reset, so clans you're gonna have to rejoin all your friends. Heavy Ray regen nerfs. Everyone's down Ray regen. If you watch Central fight on the stage, he lost his Ray like halfway through the fight. It's bad. Imagine your route 2 is gonna be a lot bigger. If you had hybrid like Quincy car, anomaly, whatever, you're gonna get an item as compensation, and then you're gonna be back to whatever base race, I'm assuming. We're back to the old pairing system, the good one in my opinion. That's the one I enjoyed. And then there's true Shikai Shrift partial res, where I'm assuming once you have along the way to the quest line for true Bankai, you're gonna have your true partial, or like stage 1, I guess, and then it will just be a buffed version of your base. Alright, Soul Reaper, first one. True mode for everything other than Benihime and Assimilation, unless I missed something. If I did, say it in the comments. Visored health pack has been reduced by 35 HP. It went from 50 to 15. Shikai Stasis has its innate debuff back, but that only nerfs like 5 Shikai, maybe less. They have no innate defense still. Best clans are probably Sozusai, which gives you the adaptation. Shihoin, which gives you the faster flash steps, or Shutara for keto builds because it gives you more Ray regen, and as we went over earlier, Ray regen's a problem. Benihime got a rework, but other than that, Soul Reaper didn't change much. Obviously, there were balance changes for like weight and stuff, but I'm not gonna go super in depth. If you want to find out if your build got nerfed, just go into the update log, Control F, search whatever your build was. Arrancar, they still have their 15% defense from Hierro. They lose one partial move. Partial Essence got reworked, so they're going to be locked to one partial move. The quest that they mentioned that said, oh, you can do a quest in Hell to get a partial back. I don't know if that was mentioned by the devs or whatever, but that became like pretty like common knowledge. It wasn't mentioned in the update log at all, so I guess we're going under the assumption that Arrancars, you're stuck to one partial. Realistically, not that bad. You're still the tankiest race. Plus, you have your Seropads. Spirit Segunda got added. Devil Segunda got added. Best clans, Ikomiki Domoe, still going to be pretty good. Stark, depending on how much the scaling changes, I'm assuming if it is good, it's mostly going to be for speed, just because instant Blade Sero is going to be hilarious. And then Louise Baron. True modes for Vamp, Arrogante, Stark, Storm, Volcanica, Acid, Bone, Shark, Phoenix, and Slash. You have your Ancient Vastakars now, which is you're going to basically trade your Vastakar variant for Infinite Hierro, and then if you get guard broken, essentially, no, you don't get guard broken, they get guard broken, and everyone around you does. Sounds really funny. Apparently on a long cooldown. And then it said other passives and abilities that we'll have to find out for ourselves. Quincy's. You no longer get a health pack from Let's. And you can't run a cybernetic and Let's. You gotta keep your blue vein. Realistically, don't run the cybernetic. You have no reason to run the cybernetic, let's be real. New shrifts, Almighty, Nimble, and Overkill. If you saw that one video of someone fighting in Nimble while standing, they're Wally West. You're never catching them. Almighty's a quest line, so it's probably gonna be really strong. And Overkill, I think I heard somewhere that it's gonna have an ability where the more grips you get, the stronger it gets, which pretty strong. Best clans, in my opinion, all of the best clans have been by passives, by the way. Kurosaki, when you're at half, you're just going to get buffs. Or half Reiatsu, you're just going to get buffs, and going off rate changes, you're going to be at half Reiatsu a lot. And then Lavar, because it's basically anti-gank. The more people have you combat tag, the more stat buffs you're going to get. True modes for everything except Butterfly and then the new stuff. Unless, again, I might miss something. Whatever. I'll post in the comments if I see it. Quincy medallions have been removed for now. Quincy bows do a maximum of 70% posture. No more guard breaks on those bows. Fair. Most of the bows lost 5% damage. Not that bad. Zweiss got removed. I wasn't expecting to just straight up a removal weapon. That's kind of funny. Quincy's also get Excalibur. And when I say Quincy's, I mean one Quincy gets Excalibur. So that better be lore accurate. Like Fade Excalibur, it should be one-shotting me from across the map. Fullbringer, they have the best clans across the board, I think. Like every passive is good. They have obviously new Keto skill tree. They have Time Tells No Lies. That's the Giriko Kutuzawa one, the time-based one. You have Dollhouse, the Ririko one. You have Zangetsu, Ichigo. You have Devil's Arm, Chad. You have Book of the End, Tsukishima, and Chess. I don't think it's based off any Fullbringer. I think it's just something that devs were like, this is a cool idea. Let's add it, and it looks cool from what we've seen about it. So, yeah, as fast as possible. I think I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a good update. Update. I just think either there's been some like shadow buffs and nerfs, or like a lot of the balance changes just haven't been posted, or like just because in the time span between when it shut down and now, there should have been more balance changes, right? All right. And then final thoughts after we've covered everything. At least what I thought was important from the update logs. The game's gonna be fun. It's Type Soul. Whatever it releases is always fun. Hopefully this time they can keep it alive for longer. They can just avoid making the same decisions that led to it being closed the first couple times. I'm gonna be progging a Fullbringer. I think we'll all be progging Fullbringers. It's the new race. It's a new faction. It's gonna be cool. They look fun. The abilities look cool. I agree with most of the changes they're making. I don't think like none of the nerfs feel like super guts to something. So everything's still pretty usable. Like I don't think any race is gonna be like so far above one another that's like comes down to like, oh, you're an Arrancar and a Quincy about the same skill, Arrancar wins every time. No, it's gonna go back to being like skill. Maybe there's still gonna be some build versus build things. If you're fighting Keto and you can't get in, you just lose. I hate to break it to you. It felt like there should have been more balance changes, cause like so much of the game, like skill trees, thrifts, volts, partial reses, Shikais, just kind of went untouched. Like the game's been not available for so long that I was just expecting more radical balance changes, or maybe like a new skill box or something, you know. But like, I'm still excited for the game. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy it. If they keep moving in this like good direction, I think of like making the combat more interactive instead of just straight skill spam, because you have to actually focus on your like how much Reiatsu you're having, considering people are gonna be running out way quicker. It's a good direction, I think. You could say it's a similar direction of like depoken at certain points in time, but like I enjoy that style of combat. Depoken now, that's a different basket. There's a whole different like ballpark. But you know, this game, like it might truly be peak.